think most people know I started my career in this space at Dow 30 years ago, but I started in the business. And when I went over to IT to work on the SDN, the business who had been my friends were much more wary of me at that point in time. Um, so Chris, let's go back to you. Some people use the term data meshed. At Dow, you call it hub and spokes. Tell us a little bit about why you're adopting this approach.
Yeah, certainly what we're trying to do is based on the data mesh concept. It's become very popular in our space the past few years. Um, if I talk data mesh to my business clients, they're going to be a blank stare, right? So we use hub and spoke because the visual makes a lot more sense. At the end of the day, it's really about decentralization. I think of that as the key piece of this, right? And so why is that important? First of all, you're starting to see over the last few years just a growing demand in this space, whether that's data governance and data quality efforts, it could be reporting and dashboards, it could be AI and ML models. That demand just keeps growing, and trying to funnel that through a centralized team, it's just not going to work. It will become a bottleneck. It's too slow. People get frustrated. And so by putting this hub and spoke model in place, we still have, I'd say, the benefits of a centralized kind of center of excellence. We provide expertise and consulting for the company, guardrails and policies, so things like responsible AI framework, support for what everyone's doing, and certainly a big piece is the data platforms to get that data accessibility. And our team still does a fair amount of design and build work where we need to, but that's the role of the hub. But then having the spokes, so the businesses and the functions that then can bring the combination of their domain knowledge they have about what they're doing every day and the analytics capabilities that we're giving them, it's just a lot faster. It's more effective for the company. To be honest, it leads to people from a career standpoint. A lot of people want to learn this digital side, the data side. So that's kind of another benefit we're seeing for people. So it allows the speed, it allows the accuracy, it allows effectiveness that we just can't get when we have a super centralized model.
Yeah, and so you list some of the many benefits, and it does sound like it's getting that balance between economies of scale, the guardrails, the policies, but then the agility that the business needs, the speed to market. Dan, how has this impacted your ability to still get to trusted data, but maybe business specific data faster?
Yeah, I think that probably what started Chris and I off on this journey was thinking about what would it take to confirm a customer's order real time. So if they come into Dow.com in our case and they try to order, can you give them an order confirmation in the moment? Can you then give them a delivery date in the moment? Now, it seems really easy, right? We live that in our daily lives with Amazon all the time. That had never been done in the industrial space. And so that was our first sort of step into that, Cindi, was thinking about, okay, what data would be required and what level of integrity would that data have to be able to surface and commit an order in the moment a customer places it. And then you think about that, it starts to spread across to all the different touch point experiences a customer would have. So what is my pricing? How do we make sure that accurate pricing comes in front of the customer? How do you make sure that accurate lead times come in front of the customer? How do I make sure that accurate invoicing is represented to the customer? All of them in the end have a common foundation back to that hub and spoke idea, which is, Chris, I suppose, is agnostic. We have to say to him, here's the type of data we would like to see because here's the type of insights that we want to have or the type of experience we want to create for a customer. And then it's that back and forth to say, all right, well, where is that data? How does it get created? How do we ensure that it's high integrity? Which processes generate it? Which people are engaged in those processes? How do we make sure we train them so that ab initio it stays high integrity? So it started with that journey, and then you realize it just blossoms from there into lots and lots of the other day-to-day insights, day-to-day jobs that we're trying to get done.